Baby. Hi, and welcome to the British Esports Twitch. My name is Emma Cat, and I'm going to be your host for today. Today's match will be Overwatch, a friendly scrim during this downtime while we wait for the championships to begin again. There's a couple of updates from us before we start. First of all, the championship spring season will begin on the 24th, so that's in 2 weeks' time, and we'll be starting off with Rocket League. The announcement for the divisions will be made very soon, so keep your eyes and ears open for the updates. Next, tomorrow and Friday, we're hosting the British Esports League of Legends All-Star Showdown, which will be taking place from 1 p.m. each day. Please tune in to support the teams and cheer them on. Now to today's game. We're going to be having two teams to play for a show match. It's going to be the Braintree Basilisks and... Oh, I've forgotten the other two. Joe, can you remind me what the other one is, please? Confetti ICT. Thank you very much. It's going to be a great match today because Braintree have won all of their 9 matches in the last term, whereas Confetti have lost one of their matches last term, and that was to the Braintree Basilisks. I'm really excited for today's games, and I'm joined by Joe and Susie, who are going to be my casters for today. Joe, Susie, hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Emma. We're doing
Hi,
good,
Emma.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. I'm really excited to see the match for today because I feel like we're going to see a difference today in what we've been seeing from the last term. I think, we might see it a bit more Hammond again, even though the shield changes. Might see a bit of Rhine. I think a bit less Zen since the changes. What do you guys think?
Well, I think you're probably going to see a lot of Zen today because I think you're going to see a lot of Wrecking Ball. And
Yeah.
definitely, well, as a support main, Wrecking Ball is a bad thing for your supports because he's going to be on backline all the time. So I feel that Zenyatta, that Discord orb is just too powerful. And I think Zenyatta is going to be a big thing. I think you might see a lot of Mercy as well in that support lineup. Brig, Baptiste. Sorry, Joe, I don't think we're going to see a lot of Lucio, but you never know.
That's fine. I'm not expecting much Reinhardt, so I'll accept the fact that there's not any Lucio. However, with you mentioning the Wrecking Ball, I'm expecting to see a bit more dive coming through recently. A lot of Echo Tracer, or maybe Tracer with some sort of sniper, whether that's an Ashe or a Widowmaker, or maybe even a McCree if you've got the Mercy in and you're going to have the damage boost there. You said about your backline being the Zen and the Mercy. I think that's pretty spot on at the minute, but we'll have to see what these teams are going to adapt to, or whether, with everything being a bit up in the air in the minute, there is a potential just for them to go rush comps. So my favorite
You might get your Lucio after all.
might get my Lucio,
You might.
Moira, some sort of Reinhardt with either a Zarya or a Diva, or maybe even a Sigma. I know he's been changed a lot, and his shield isn't great, but still that grasp and the damage that he can output. And then your standard brawl DPS, either your Reaper or McCree, or maybe even a Mei, Doomfist, that sort of thing. But we'll have to see what the teams are more comfortable playing.
Basically, anything can happen.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been seeing a lot of McCree in my own personal games, although I don't think mine's a very good standard to hold against because I am only gold/plat. I'm kind of hovering on that line there. So, I don't know if mine's a very good representation of the rest of the meta for people who are probably playing a bit better than I am. But, McCree is still very strong, especially with the recent-ish, in the last few months, buffs with his extra health.
McCree also a good counter for Wrecking Ball. You got that stun, and then you chase him away.
Yeah, exactly.
If the Wrecking Ball is going to be a considerable problem as well, you have the option of one team sitting back a bit more and bunkering up. You can have play with the Brigitte, play with the McCree. There's a lot of stuns available to counter this Wrecking Ball. But whether it's both teams just want to play hyper aggressive and play with a Wrecking Ball each and just try and dismantle the enemy's backline before they're able to even get any picks on the other side and flip it over.
I think today's game might be a little bit more competitive than we're expecting. Obviously, it's a friendly show match, so we've got a bit of a best of 5 going on. But, with Confetti having lost only 1 game last term, and it was to the Basilisks, I'm excited to see. I want to see if they want to gain some pride and get a win off of them, even though it doesn't count to the fixtures. Nothing doesn't matter. I think it's all a game of pride today.
Absolutely. I think this is a grudge match. And if there's one thing Overwatch loves, it's a grudge match and a redemption arc for Confetti. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, Confetti coming in, only dropping 1 map in the entire of the last split, and they have their chance to get some revenge here. Basilisks Probably a bit more pressure on them. They're currently undefeated. They want to be able to maintain that going into the next split. And if they drop a map here, maybe it shakes their confidence a little bit looking forward to the next split and really boosts the confidence of Confetti.
Absolutely. You can go all your matches and win them, and then you just lose in a friendly or a scrim. And it's like, especially to lose to a team that you've already beaten, it can really knock your confidence. So going into the main season in the next couple of weeks, it could really shake them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm quite excited to see if they are going to be playing any of their mains. I couldn't get a look at all of the player profiles online, but I did get a look at some. So it looks like we might be seeing a bit of McCree, as we kind of discussed earlier. I've seen a lot of the support players are playing Ana still, even though Ana is kind of, while she's always a popular choice, she might not necessarily be played today. So I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see that nade come out. Maybe the McCree stuns, kills the Hammond quite quick, stops that push. Maybe it's a quick point take, things like that.
Yeah, there's never a bad time for a good nade. And if that wrecking ball's kicking around, a good sleep will send him packing as well.
Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot about the sleep.
Especially Ana, she may not always be the strongest, but she's always going to have a place because her kit's so versatile. You have the sleep dart, so she's able to peel for herself, especially when playing against, we said about maybe the Echo Tracer, playing against a Wrecking Ball. Having that ability to peel for herself is absolutely massive. Then you've got the nade as well. She can either heal herself, she can heal her team quite quickly with a bit of burst, or she has the potential to land an anti-nade on the enemy team, allowing for their team to then snowball. And no healing means your team's going to die out very quickly. And then you've got Nano Boost as well, probably one of the best support ultimates in the game, being able to instant heal for 300 HP, as well as then reducing damage taken on that target and increasing the damage that they output. You put that on a Wrecking Ball, you put that on a McCree, someone who's going to be landing their shots every time. It's going to be absolutely massive, and I'll absolutely love to see a bit of Ana being played. But the one thing I don't want to see is Ana and the Zenyatta. Pick one, please.
Yeah.
Don't pick both.
Although, if you do have that nano boost onto any of the characters, and then you Discord orb a tank on the enemy team, then they're gone in seconds. Really, they don't even last. I mean, a Reinhardt with his shield up, even then, if he just drops it for 1 second, gets a Discord orb on him, then he's toast. Especially with a nanoed, a Hammond, a bunch of damage from McCree, anything. I just love to see the tanks fall down when I'm support on the other team. Something I like to see.
The beauty of a Zenyatta is if you get that Discord orb on a tank, you can take a tank down as this little 200 HP robot monk. Just get the Discord on them and just blast them away. You can do that on your own. It's beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. But that's where the Tracer kind of comes in. I know, Joe, you mentioned Tracer a little bit earlier on. We've got the Tracer coming in, and while she does have the damage drop off now at a slightly closer range, she just has to come in, knock a few bullets into Zenyatta's head, and that's it. He's dead unless the team can peel for him. So, you know, it's always a risky pick, especially because I have been seeing a bit of Sombra as well. I don't know how popular Sombra is at the higher ranks, but she's definitely still a contender in the ranks that I play, especially with the Hammond still being played. Sombra is quite a strong pick.
Yeah, I feel Sombra will always be a strong pick as long as she has EMP. You have an ability which can remove everybody else from being able to play the game for a couple of seconds. Combine that with having complete invisibility and a teleport on an immediate cast. She's incredibly strong, and a lot of people, they say how much utility Sombra has, but they kind of sniff at the damage that she can output. The amount of bullets that she puts out at such a close range, coming in invisible as well, is absolutely obscene. And if we get to see some Sombra, I'd love to see the priority of those hack targets, whether she's looking at maybe taking out the Wrecking Ball from the fight early, if there's an Echo, being able to hack the Echo, and she doesn't have her sticky mine, she doesn't have her focusing beam, or being able to fly, she's practically useless at that point. She can only put out so much damage with her left click. It's everything else combined which really makes her a problem.
Well, it looks like we're going into the game, so that's it from me, and enjoy the game.
Initiating match.
So, Susie, here we are. We are starting off on Lijiang Tower. I believe this one is Night Market.
It is Night Market, and I am just looking forward to seeing what kind of picks they're going to come out with. This is a very good map for, well, Wrecking Ball, which do a good chance getting all the boops off. Roadhog is also a good chance, getting the hooks off and booping people off the side with that. You might even see your boy Lucio coming out. Who knows?
I'd love to see a little bit of Lucio, but it also depends on the tanks. As much as I love Lucio, I also need to make sure that he be played in the right situation. Don't just play him just because. But this is kind of what I expected to see.
I see a Symmetra.
On the side of Braintree, this is what I expected to see. Having that Symmetra being able to teleport into that window.
Yeah, straight into the window.
Yeah, it's absolutely massive. But and then on the other side is also pretty common. Running with the Lucio and the Baptiste on this point. Being able to get to point first is a massive advantage. However, you're not running the Symmetra. It's going to be quite a problem. We'll have to see how these teams stack up and how they roll out on this first point.
Absolutely. But the thing about having a Symmetra is you're not having any speed boost to get there. So while they have it, they might not be getting there quicker than the Lucio can get the other team there. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty much even shot at getting to that point first. Yeah, the Symmetra window did win it though, and the turrets are up, and they're just keeping Reinhardt at bay there. Oh, but we've lost a McCree already. Oh, Baptiste is alright. Oh, alright. A little bit of lag on here, but it's okay. Yep, McCree's both down. Immortality barrier's been out, and there goes that Wrecking Ball dropping in, getting that Reinhardt. Beautiful. Oh, and the mine. Really quick ultimate there from Creation. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, Creation played that absolutely beautifully, coming in and being able to get those knock-throughs and that massive pile driver onto the Reinhardt really opened that fight. Having the mines online so early, you deny so much space in that choke where all of Braintree happened, all of Confetti happened to be set back and they were picked off early. However, Creation dying early could mean that Braintree are going to come in, Confetti are going to come in and try and flip this fight immediately.
Yeah, they have lost their Lucio though, so it doesn't seem to matter. It looks like they're still going for it. They've got the pick there. The turrets are keeping them a little bit at bay, slowing them down to come in, but no. The Ryan is just going to town, shooting them all with Hammer, as Hammer clearly do shoot people. And there you go, chase that ball away, tap the point. Nice one.
Yeah, 35% flipped over. It's a fairly solid hold for Braintree on this first point. But you've got to look at the ultimates that are on the board. Absolutely massive coming in from Confetti. They don't use a single ultimate. But now they have the slam, they're close to the graviton. You've basically got every ultimate except this echo duplicate. And all of the only ultimate on the board currently, you've got those support ultimates getting close to Braintree, but you've got the flux, which can just be completely countered by either the gravitic flux, immortality, or the beam. We'll see how this fight goes.
Well, Ryan has used the shatter, and it looks like he got a little bit of value out of it, but Creation with the big Wrecking Ball slam there, taking out a couple with that. It's beautiful. Oh, it's all about the Wrecking Ball, I told you.
Yeah, Creation coming in beautifully with that gravitic flux from Halloween. I said it could be completely countered by that Baptiste immortality or the Lucio's sound barrier. Neither of them seem to matter when you're putting out that much damage. Halloween with a beautiful flux and the pile driver comboed well. And now in comes Vestal's amplification matrix. See how they go looking at this fight.
Yeah, they've already lost two, so I think this might be back into spawn and wait for a little bit. They've got plenty of time. Got a couple more pushes to go here. No huge rush, but they might just want to walk out and think about what they've done.
Yeah, you still got so many ultimates on the board though. If you're on the side of Confetti, not only you've got to come in and you've got to look for something, but when you're getting picked off that early, you don't really need to start throwing ultimates at it. I'll rest my case.
Yeah, lovely boop there from Creation onto the Reinhardt. Honestly, the boops from that Wrecking Ball are so powerful. They do damage as well, it's ridiculous.
And even at the end of the fight, that Echo being able to build up a massive flux, and you're just getting stagger kills there. It's really well played here from Confetti, and they're really fighting the tooth and nail.
Yeah, they have managed to flip the points. That's going to be about 60% to 89 here. But I don't think they really need to change anything. We have got the ultimates coming on now. We've got the mines, the Sig, and we've got the Junkrat Tire as well. Oh, and nearly a Mercy as well, so we've got quite a lot to push in with.
Yeah, this is a lot of ultimates being thrown at this. We'll see whether they can sustain through it.
Not at all. That was a lot of ultimates being throwing in there, and they did hit a lot of targets as well. So that's an easy flip, but they've taken out pretty much every ultimate they had. But I don't think they'll be able to get back for another contest here.
No, I don't think they're going to be able to get in for another contest, which is why they don't mind throwing every single ultimate at this. And it is going to go the way of Braintree. They're going to take this round on Lijiang 100 to 80.
Very good. It was a good fight. It was a good fight, though. It wasn't... I don't think they took it lying down, Confetti. They really did push through that. Good effort.
Yeah, I would have really liked to have seen Confetti get quite aggressive there. You saw everyone pushing around that side, and they had the potential to all get knocked off. You've got your Lucio there to look for boots. Your Reinhardt can even pin the corner at the door, and you've got that AoE that you can knock people back from. I would have liked to have seen a bit more aggression coming out from them. They let them come to the point, but then nothing from there. So we'll see whether they can look to flip this, and definitely looking at Gardens. You've got to say the verticality coming out from Confetti with this Echo really going to pay dividends.
Yeah, well, we've got another Symmetra coming in straight through the window again. It's a beautiful technique. I absolutely love that one. And it has not paid off for them that time, not at all. As you say, the Echo coming in and cleaning up house was Sticky Bomb straight away, and McCree picking off one as well. But yeah, it's time for Braintree to go back into the zone and see what they can do to counter it. I think they're going to come off that Symmetra, yeah, straight away back on the Junkrat. Just going to get in there and throw his mines all over the place, hopefully, and take it back. But yeah, very similar team from Confetti here as last time, and I think this kind of found their stride a little bit now.
Yeah, they're definitely looking a lot more comfortable, and that Reinhardt getting so much done in that fight. He's 3/4 of the way to his shatter, closest to his ultimate out of anyone so far. But that's a risky game, taking that bridge when you're playing against a Lucio, and Birdie's going to make him pay for it.
Oh, he did. Yeah, that's got to avoid the edges when there's a Lucio about every time. But also, Confetti got to avoid the edges with Wrecking Ball coming out as well, because he can just as easily boop you off. But they are popping off now. That McCree getting all the shots in, hitting them all. Very good accuracy.
Zert looking very clean on this McCree throughout. Definitely bringing it to Noon, who we've seen been a McCree player throughout. Something I'd like to see coming in from Braintree is it looks like they are going to actually move for it. They're going to move and rotate through this white room. It means that they're going to be a lot more clumped together, and they are going to eat a lot of this spam from the Echo. But when you're walking into McCree and also Junkrat, or you're not working into Junkrat, because Zert's just going to take you out immediately.
Oh, and there we go. The McCrees are just shooting everyone down again. It was a better strategy to go around the back centering the Lucio would just come off the bridge, but oh, yeah, that's just gone a bit crazy now. We had the Ryan Shatter, we've had another High Noon, Deadeye, and I think they are going to have to back up again, Braintree. I don't think this one's going to go that way.
Yeah, definitely. They only get 16% on the board before Confetti are going to flip this one, and it was really nice play from them. They realized that the point was already lost. They backed up, allowed it to be flipped, and then they went back in with the counter engage. That Reinhardt slam combined with the High Noon was a really nice combo and opened up the fight to just get cleaned up towards the end. Finn getting really aggressive on this Reinhardt, charging straight in with ICT. It's questionable, but clearly he understood that if the right players, Noon's going to get the opening.
Sneaking around on the other way when the whole team went around the back, he went around the front, and he managed to pick off his Zerk quite easily. Kind of snuck up on him there. I don't know if it's going to be enough though, as Braintree have just lost a Junkrat. And it's pretty even right now.
Yeah, Pick's going back on the board. We'll see which team's actually going to bring this one out as a Mercy Res.
Alright, they managed to flip the point. I don't think Confetti have enough players alive at the moment to take it back. Oh, and here comes the Junkrat Tire. Oh, big! Two of them, even though they were in the Immortality field. It was very clever.
Yeah. Yeah, that Wrecking Ball coming through and being able to knock people back immediately takes two people out of the Immortality field. Kills them and destroys the Immortality field. It's a really effective use of that one. But Vessel and Birdie combining very well for Confetti. It was unfortunate that they couldn't hold that. The Immortality field saves everyone from that Sigma Flux, and then the beat trying to sustain through it. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and now they're playing a risky game going over the bridge against a Wrecking Ball.
Oh, there he goes. I don't think... Oh, he did get them. Oh, you know what happens? Going over the bridge with a Wrecking Ball or a Lucio is just absolutely a recipe for disaster. And they are going to have to go back and try again.
Yeah, Confetti have the time though. They have this McCree ult, they have the amplification matrix, and they're getting very close to the Reinhardt slam. They rotate through the white room and they try and force a fight on that backside of the point. And then combine that Baptiste ultimate with the high noon, you're looking at massive amounts of damage very, very quickly. And if you can have someone with body block, then you can probably take the fight immediately. There's the amplification matrix. We'll see how this fight leads on now.
Yeah, amplificator's out, and they have to back around the little corner. Oh, here's a high noon from the side. I don't know if he's going to find anyone with that though. No, it doesn't look like he did. But Reinhardt on the point, swinging that hammer, and it looks like they are going to cast this back. Yeah, Creation can't quite get in. Oh, but I think they're going to recap it. Yeah, they are. Maybe. Oh, desperate attempt!
Junkrat tire coming in.
Oh, no good.
We held our breaths in anticipation.
We did.
It does look like Confetti are going to take this one and bring themselves back level, but this Wrecking Ball's just going to look to spin forever.
Ditch effort from Creation there, just trying to get that touch, but the flip's being made, and Confetti takes that win. 1-1.
Yeah, back to 1-1, and that was a lot closer than the previous point. We'll have to see how the teams stack up looking at Control Center, which we know traditionally is more of a brawl-style map. You're looking more towards the Rhine Zarya. So, in my opinion, Confetti, they've already been playing Brawl the last 2 maps. They should be more comfortable on this one. But we'll see what swaps come in for Braintree. And I see a Bastion, and that worries me.
Where are they going to go with that? I see switch to the Halloween from Sigma to... Oh, I don't know where he's going now. He was on the Monkey, now he's on the Roadhog. But all that matters is what happens when they walk out the door. This is all just PSA at the moment. And here we go.
So they're going to swap for the ball on the Zarya. Now this allows the Wrecking Ball to go into this composition. They're probably expecting the main. I know they've been playing into this Brawl comp, but May's so strong on Brawl, especially on this point. And now you saw the Zarya bubble is popped onto the Wrecking Ball at the start of the fight. That allows them to go in and prevent a lot of that CC, keeping their HP and keeping those shields. But when they really need them, beautiful boot here though, and the Zarya is probably going to die for them.
Yeah, I thought Zarya was getting bullied to death there, but she made it out alive, and I think she's actually safe now. But here comes that Wrecking Ball. Nobody's home for that slam though, and Confetti are just cleaning up again. Freezing that Mercy and keeping her down. They got the res off, but it was all in vain. Now all we've got to do is get that Wrecking Ball off the point and then into play.
Yeah, beautifully played from Confetti here. It looked like the Zarya was going to get caught out by that first Wrecking Ball boom. But really nice heal from the team. The Lucio comes in, speeds them through. Unfortunately, the Baptiste gets taken out towards the end there. But without your Wrecking Ball, you're not really going to be looking to push into this one. I say that, and the Wrecking Ball flying headfirst into the entire team.
Yeah, the Wrecking Ball didn't actually die. He just got out in time for to regroup with his team who were respawning. So that's good awareness of who was alive then. And it looks like they're probably going to be able to recap this now after a very quick cleanup of the entire Confetti team. Very well
Braintree
played.
coming in looking absolutely clinical there. The Wrecking Ball getting off the ultimate early and already 42% of his next one. Might even lap his Zarya to building another ultimate here, the way that he's generating them. But we'll have to see how it goes looking at this next one. You've got the Valkyrie available, and I'd look, if I was on the side of Braintree, I'd look to use that defensively. Try and absorb a little bit of pressure, and then you can pop the Valkyrie and you can get the mass healing coming out. But it's going to be popped in combination with the nano boost coming over onto that Wrecking Ball. We'll see how this fight goes.
Oh, nobody home for that Junkrat tire there, but it's always a lot of damage coming in. We still got that freeze, that amplification matrix, the Graviton, Zarya's Graviton Surge, and the Beast from Lucio. They've got a lot to take this in, and that was a beautiful headshot there from Abelise. Oh, followed by a beautiful high noon to take out the Reinhardt. But the ball comes in, and he's trying to boost them out of that immortality before they can take it down. But not quite managed to get the kills off yet.
Yeah, a lot of picks coming in here from the side of Confetti. They are trying to flip this one as McCree nearly rolls himself off the map. He did roll himself off the map.
Oh no! Unlucky McCree, but I think with that little accident there, Confetti might be able to flip this over. Yeah, bullying that Zarya down. That ball has to be taken care of though. He's just having his way with the team, just doing what he wants. He's going to go and regroup when it's appropriate, when the rest of his team's there, unless he gets picked off. Didn't quite have the the timing there, but he made a good attempt. 76% is a good hold.
Yeah, really great concentration from Confetti there. They realized that the Zarya is the main source of damage coming through for this team. So they focus on her, they take her out. The Wrecking Ball spinning round isn't doing a huge amount of damage. So they can focus on the Zarya, remove her, and then swap their focus. Really great composure coming in from the side of Confetti, but now a huge ultimate on the other side, and we'll see how that goes.
All the ultimates are coming out now. Oh my god, there's so much going on. We had a Junkrat Tire, we had a Reinhardt Hammer, we had the mines, which are still there now. But it looks like Confetti took that one still. Oh, there's a McCree hiding up on the very top rope there. They've noticed him though, they're blocking him off, they're making sure he can't do any more damage, but he did manage to pick off Birdie, unfortunately. But here comes that Wrecking Ball again, causing the problems, just keeping them off the point and basically just keeping them at bay while the rest of the team reconvene.
Yeah, huge amounts of damage coming through from Creation, especially when his nano boosted, but this beat coming in from Birdie, we'll see whether they can sustain through this one.
Yeah, and I think they're going to survive. Oh, but Mines again, he is getting a lot of ultimates off. And there's a High Noon from the top rope as well, which is going to clean up. But they have probably one more really good push to take this off them. But
yeah,
it all comes out this last fight.
Yeah, Noon coming in towards the end there, popping that High Noon on the back line, is able to take out both supports. But now we're looking at a massively fast speed engage. But the Immortality Field should help sustain through this.
Oh, it did.
It's taken out by the Zarya. Beautifully played there.
Yeah, very good Immortality Field there, but it did save them from that Junkrat Tire. And now they are actually getting the Ana down, which is a good thing, getting out the main heals. But unfortunately their Baptista's been taken out as well. Oh, but it looks like Confetti are going to manage to take this one back.
Yeah, Juditron with a massive Graviton surge.
All they gotta do is get rid of that ball. He's stalling the points for them, waiting for his team to come back. But Confetti will have one more fight to do. I think Braintree will have another attempt at this. They're gonna have to be quick though.
Yeah, Braintree have one more fight looking at this, and they have the Hammond Mines, which we've seen he's used so effectively throughout the series. But you've got Birdie nearly with another beat. He used it last fight. He's putting out so much healing, and we'll have to see whether they can sustain through this one. The beat is online, and so is that Junkrat Tire.
Oh my gosh, here comes the Tire, and
it's the mines.
And Murphy managed to res that Ana there, so they've got their main healer back, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, I speak to you soon. Where did Ana go? There we go.
But it does look like...
Yep. Confetti take the first game. Well done, Confetti.
Yeah, so Confetti coming through towards the end there, playing absolutely out of their minds. We saw a little bit more defensive as we do take a look at this play of the game. And this is, I imagine the boop coming in. We called it before it even happened. He was waiting for it and gets the double knockoff there. Hammond putting out so much damage as well over onto that Zarya and just gets cleaned up by Laurel.
That play of the game was Confetti's fault, really. You should not go across the bridge when you've got boopable characters. It's a
especially when
game.
Especially when just 60 seconds before the enemy team goes over the other bridge and you get a two-man knockoff with your Lucio. And then you decide to do the same thing against the Wrecking Ball, who, let's be honest, has an easier way of knocking you all back, just has to roll through you all rather than rather than trying to navigate his way around and look for a knockoff. It does look like we are going to be heading to King's Row for the next map. So looking at the way that these two teams have been playing, I've got to stick with Confetti. Looking forward to King's Row, playing these brawl compositions. They just look so much more comfortable on them. Braintree are playing well, but how do you feel like they're going to have to adapt to maybe take King's Row?
I don't know how they can adapt, because I think Braintree are pretty much playing what you would expect the meta to be, to be honest. And Creation on that Wrecking Ball is just getting in, doing the job. But I think they were just a little bit unprepared for what Confetti were going to bring, to be honest. But I gotta say, if it's King's Row, everybody loves King's Row. It's everybody's favorite map for sure. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they come out with here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing. What I'd really like to see from Braintree is having some sort of flanker dive, I mean, I know that McCree's been flanking the entire time, but he's not typically a flanker. I'm thinking more of a Sombra, play the Echo, or maybe a Tracer. Something like that to go in with the Wrecking Ball, because the Wrecking Ball's getting out so much damage, but he's not quite able to clean up the picks on the backline. You can combine that with Tracer, Echo, Sombra, even a Pharah if you want to play a bit of range. Maybe not optimal for King's Row, but you can probably make it work. And the combination there, we saw the combination between Halloween and Creation with the Gravitic Flux and the Pile Driver getting a triple kill immediately on Night Market. I'd like to see some more of that coming out in the next one. But you've
Yeah,
really got to give the
absolutely.
credit to Confetti as well. They've been playing out of their minds this series.
They really have. To be honest, I think secretly we all thought, Braintree are 9-0 at the moment. They are a stronger team. They have beaten Confetti before. Maybe they're going to walk this, but I think Confetti are out for revenge, and I think it's really interesting to watch.
Yeah, Confetti really coming in and looking to show themselves off here. They're playing so well, and they're really looking to come back into this series. They don't want to lose another match to Braintree. Braintree were previously undefeated, as we mentioned before. And I'd really like to see them come through and really take this series to them. That was a really close series, and I don't want to see a stomp. I want this to keep going the way it is, and it's really great to see.
Yeah.
So we'll
Am
have to
I
see. Oh, go on.
I was going to say, am I right in saying that Braintree are actually 3-0 in all of their games that they've had this season so far? I think they are.
I'd have to come back to you on that one. I'm not sure on the stats
I'm
there.
sure I read somewhere there was recently an article on the British esports about Braintree being 9-0. I think they've had pretty much all their games have been 3-0. So if that is correct, then Confetti, congratulations, you've took a map off them, and they are going to be annoyed now. They're going to come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, either Braintree are going to be coming back with a vengeance, they're going to be out for blood, and they're going to look to take this series as fast as they can. Or on the flip side, it's going to shake their confidence massively because they've not dropped a map. They won't have had that feeling before. Whereas Confetti, they have dropped maps, so they do know how to come back from this. And maybe it's just a mental game at this point. We'll have to see as we do look forward to Kings Row. Hopefully, we should be heading in at any time soon. Any predictions for this one?
Well, I think as we've seen so far, you can't really predict anything. It's going a bit crazy right now, not how we expect it to be at all. But I think Braintree are going to take this one. That's just my uneducated guess. We'll find out. But I do think Braintree might be taking this one because they are going to come back with a bit of bloodlust in them this time.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to side with you, but I can't knock Confetti. Not when you're playing on a brawl map like Kings Row. Um, you've really got to favor the side that is playing more of the brawl compositions. And as we do head into Kings Row, um, we'll have to see how these teams stack up and what they decide to run as well.
Absolutely. Let's see how it goes now. So, well, there's nothing to say at the moment. We're going into King's Row. I am expecting to see the same sort of compositions as we had last time, the Brawl comp. But I think we'll see a little bit of Trace this time. I just got a feeling that they're going to try a little cheeky run around the back with some flankers, like you said. Let's see how it goes.
I really, really would like to see a little bit of Tracer. We've seen a bit of Echo so far, but interesting.
Okay.
So we'll have to see how these teams stack up. But on the defense, you're gonna still run the Wrecking Ball and the Sigma. Personally, I'm not really a fan of this one coming in from Braintree. They're looking to take something very, very aggressive with a McCree, a Reaper, a Wrecking Ball, and you're playing it on the defense. So if they're not going to be pushing into them and really trying to fight in these choke points, you've really got to give the advantage to the brawl comp. But we do see the Reaper taking a little.
Oh, where
I
are
was
you
hoping
going?
he was going to stay there, but
That's a shame.
I want to keep my eyes on on this Widowmaker and see whether they can get some opening picks to try and flip some of these fights nice and early.
Yeah, this fight is one pick from a Widowmaker, completely safe, and well, it didn't matter anyway what Widowmaker's doing because they've just gone in and they've took out the Mercy and the McCree nearly straight away. That Wrecking Ball is just still booping people around, but it's not doing much at the moment, and that is going to be a really quick take. They just walked in there. It's like Braintree weren't even home.
Yeah, exactly as I said, if you're not going to take the fight to them, you are going to struggle when a team is running my favorite character, the Lucio.
Yeah, they just sped right on in there, and even though Creation did come to recontest it, it didn't work, and now Echo is chasing after the Reaper, and he is running away. Yeah, they backed out. It wasn't worth it, but they should regroup now and try and take a fight to them when everybody's back. But I do like the Mei and the Reaper. They want to get in really close with this composition. They can't poke from a distance, but unfortunately, we do have that ability with the McCree and the Echo on the other side.
Yeah, that's the thing that you got to think about as well. So you got all of this aggression coming at you. You have a Zarya and a Reinhardt and a McCree being sped at you at Mach 10 by this Lucio. But they were running the Widowmaker as well, so they had to think about the pressure from that as Creation's going to get some picks in the back
Oh, no.
and look to try and flip this one early.
I'm not sure what happened to those mines there because they were there for quite a while, and I think Birdie might have just accidentally wandered into them. But the Mercy Res comes out, which you need at this point for Braintree because your spawn is a long way away.
Yeah, it's not so bad with the Hammond, with that the grappling hook. He'll come back very, very quickly. But the Reaper's a little bit slower and is a lot of your damage. Big flux coming up, but it's going to be stunned out.
Yeah, and the hammer coming down from Finn, and a big charge. Ooh. Lovely charge onto Halloween there, beautiful. But here comes the Echo grab flux in return, and that cleans up Braintree, and Confetti are now free to push for a little bit. But I think Zarya and Ryan are probably going to go forward a little bit and see if they can get some early picks to stop them from coming in.
Yeah, the horn will sound, and that's a team kill from this side of Confetti. Beautifully played from them. Just committing the Reinhardt slam and also the interesting way that the team's stacking up there. But it is going to be a fight with 4 meters left of the payload being pushed.
Yeah, that's a lovely Mei wall just to protect them all from everything that was going on there. And it looks like they've already got the Lucio down, but he has a lovely grab. It's got a lot of them in it, but it is not going to be enough, I think. I think Confetti are going to pull this one back. It's been locked back with one. Here comes the amplification matrix, and they're just shooting through that, trying to pick that Anna off. But she managed to get away. Who's left on the point?
Rather scrappy fight coming in. They are actually going to cap that one, but yeah, as you said, it was an interesting fight throughout there. Very, very scrappy. Interesting, the McCree looking to focus on the Wrecking Ball during his high noon. If you just focused where that wall was, he can wait the wall out. He can look to get some picks afterwards, but they are going to take it eventually, and they do have another high noon available immediately in this fight.
Yeah, another high noon, but another mines for Creation there, and a lovely grab flux taking care of Vessel. Chasing after that Zarya, don't let her live. There we go, she's got charge, she has to go.
Yeah, definitely. That Zarya has to be a priority target, especially when they're on such high charge. But a beautiful gravitic flux coming in from Halloween, knocking the whole team up in the air, and it's just as soon as people come down, they're then going to get cleaned up. 50% of your max HP is going to a huge amount of damage put out. Creation is behind and is going to look to knock some people forward. Unless you don't communicate that to Noon and the wall comes up.
Unfortunately, I don't know what was going to happen there, but whatever it was, it didn't happen for Creation. But here comes a lovely high noon from Azert, taking out the Junkrat, and he's just clear. Oh, Creation's still behind them though, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, of course.
And he's going to try and get out. He's going to try and get out, but I think he's going to get stuck there. Unfortunately, yeah, that's a big stagger when you're this close to the end.
Stagger, especially when it's your main tank that's taken out. But they are going to have to throw every ultimate at this one to try and keep themselves in the fight. We'll see how they can look to try and hold this one now for the side of Braintree. Yeah,
lovely freeze and Junkrat Tire coming in, but they're still fighting the good fight despite losing a couple of players. Yeah, we're still going for it. Unfortunately, Echo gets knocked out of her ult, and I think Braintree are going to survive this one. But they have used pretty much everything they've got, apart from the Wrecking Ball mines, which of course Creation has again.
He's basically got them on a cooldown. They might as well just be a cooldown ability at this point. Creation playing so well. But Halloween does have a flux as well, and you can look to combine them possibly. You've got your Mercy Valkyrie up as well, and put when you're going into a Graviton Surge, it's an interesting combination coming out. So much damage from both sides.
Yeah, big mines there as we expected, and they are so low in that little room there. He just needs to touch them to get rid of them. But unfortunately, the Ryan's hammer is too strong. But here comes the grab flux, and it's got the Baptiste and the McCree, and it looks like there's no immortality field to save them there, so they both went down, unfortunately. Oh, Echo just sneaking around the back though, picking up a few kills. But I think that's going to be another reset for Confetti.
Yeah, these fights are getting so scrappy, and you've got to give the credit to Azert there on the McCree when the Wrecking Ball rolled through that tiny little room. That pile driver would have killed everyone, but the stun coming out at the last second keeps them all up. Beautifully played from him as the High Noon is going to come in again.
Yeah, and that is another High Noon, but it didn't find anybody home that time. More of a reloading one or just a zoning one. And oh, he's going straight in for the supports there. That is a very ballsy McCree play, but unfortunately the maze found him and no thank you. Nice boop there from Creation. But coming up to the pointy end now.
When I said that the McCree wasn't a flanker, I genuinely meant it. You're not meant to be in the enemy backline 24/7. But I guess you can't help it when Creation comes flying through like that, knocks you into the supports, and actually knocks them into flashbang range. Takes out the Baptiste, but unfortunately doesn't get that mercy. But now you've got your amplification matrix if you're on the side of Braintree. You have a Riptire as well. You've got a minute left on the board. Honestly, you've really got to put it on the side of Braintree here. It's their game to lose at this point.
Yeah, I think they have to go and regroup again because oh my god. Okay, they have one more push at this. They all need to go back, reconvene, and have one more good push. It's all they can do right now. Braintree are just waiting for it. They don't have any ultimates apart from nearly a Valkyrie for Mercy. All we have on the side of Confetti is the amplification matrix, nearly a beat. I don't know if it's going to be enough though. Remember, they have a much better spawn on the team of Braintree, so
yeah, you've got to be on board. If you can get everyone amped there, you can even use the beat as you get close to try and keep everyone up. But Assert's going to get an early pick, and that could be it.
Well, that's a good May wall though for protection there, but it wasn't quite enough to save Daxter. And here we go, the Valkyrie is out, desperate to keep everyone alive. There is Creation with another minefield, and he got Birdie with it. Beautiful. And there's Noon just popping away with them right clicks on the May, and that is it. Saved.
That'll be a Charlie Niner right there, and lovely little C9. If you fortunately, you may be winning the fight, but if you don't stand on the payload, you will actually lose the round. And it's unfortunate there, but beautiful hold coming in from Braintree. They had to hold on that final point for 3 minutes, and they held it amazingly.
It was really good. Really good hold.
It would have been nice to see Confetti try and use those ultimates, try and snowball one into the next fight. But when you dump 6 ults into a fight and you don't actually end up taking it, you've really got to give the credit to Braintree. They managed to sustain, they managed to hold, they did it so well. And we'll have to see how Braintree can do on their attack now, looking at this next one.
Absolutely. When you get to that point, you can't afford to lose one fight. And it was there for so long. It's very unlikely that you're going to be able to hold it for that long because technically all the other team need to do is build up 6 ults and have a good push. But it's really good ult management from Braintree and they managed to hold it for a long time. So, but here we go with the Wrecking Ball again. But we've got a Tracer in this time maybe, which is what you wanted to see.
I mean, I guess they can hear me because I said that you needed to play the Wrecking Ball with a flank. You needed the Tracer. And now if they can get set up, if they can get this Tracer behind as the Wrecking Ball comes in with his pile driver, she drops in, bursts down whoever's left, and you're looking at some very quick fight wins here. But they have to play aggressive.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they'll be able to take the point A as quickly as Confetti did, but we're about to find out. I see the Wrecking Ball going off to the high ground, sneaking around the back, and they're going through the hotel. Oh, blocking off somebody there so you could just take their pick with them. And here's the Tracer jumping in on that pile driver, like you said.
Yeah, this Tracer needs to be very careful of this McCree, though. We've seen how well Azert has been playing throughout. It's again immediately take out Noon. Very well played there. Confetti holding a lot better than I expected with the Wrecking Ball and the Tracer looking to harass their backlines a little bit. Oh, yeah. And they're going to swap off the Tracer.
Oh, the Wrecking Ball's just hanging back there, stalking his prey. I don't know if they know he's up there yet. Oh, they do now. So they know he's up there, but here he comes, a big pile driver, big bay wall, interesting.
Yeah,
just
absolutely
pushing through.
massive pile driver, and Creation's got his mines already.
As usual, he's just getting them so quickly, like you say, it's practically on cooldown every fight, but they're really pushing through now. They've got rid of the McCree, there's no immortality field left. Creation is just going for a little walk here, really getting into the back line, just hunting them down, chasing them away from the rest of their team so they can't heal and look after everybody else, and that is going to be it.
It really is the Creation show, putting in a lot of work there, and you saw, obviously has map knowledge, clearly played a lot of King's Row. He knew that he could just roll through and keep going, and he knew that the Mega Health Pack was there, 250 HP restored for him, and then comes back, knocks the Baptiste into his whole team, and unfortunately, as strong as Baptiste is, you're not going to be able to 1v6 on that point. It's Abelese is going to get a nice early pick here for Confetti.
Yeah, and getting an early pick isn't too much of a big deal if you're on the attacking side because you do not have a huge spawn difference there. But nice flashbang to keep the stun in play there. And here goes Finn with a big fire strike from Ryan straight into the Junkrat space. And they're going to have to go back and regroup. But like I say, the spawn is just there, so it's not too much of a big deal. They're not going to lose much ground.
Despite being juggled in the air to prevent that that massive earth shatter from coming in. Ooh, Noon with the headshot.
Nice headshot, followed by a grab, but unfortunately they are a couple down now on the team of Confetti, so I think that grab might have been in vain as they just pushed the payload through point B, and those little right clicks from the May, very on target, very nice, and he's going to try and chase down that Zarya, don't let her get away. When Zarya's got charge, she's got to go.
Yeah, if Noon could stop landing really, really nice little right clicks from across the map so that I could finish my sentence, that'd be lovely. But nope, you're just going to keep going. And you're going to have to back up when you're playing into an amplification matrix, though. And with a lot of ults being thrown in here, Confetti want to take this fight right here.
Yeah, and that's Abelese with the May freeze there, and it didn't get anybody as such, but now we're following up with the Sigma ult on the side of Braintree, and it does find the Lucio. Unfortunately, a Junkrat tire then doesn't do anything, unfortunately. But it is very backwards and forwards here. It's very difficult to know who's winning this. It looks pretty even, but the spawn is kind of in favour of Confetti at the moment. So I'd say they'll be able to get back quicker.
Yeah, you got to play this super aggressive here if you're Braintree. You got to win this before the rest of the Confetti team does rock up. Resurrection is going to help that, and the Sigma putting out so much damage. Ooh!
Oh, big hammer there from Finn, and he picks up Halloween with it. Oh, and he stops Noon from getting off his ultimate. That is very good. Beautiful play there. If there's one thing you want to do with any character, is stop another character from using their ultimate and make sure they waste it. So that's such a big play there.
Yeah, definitely. It might have been a little bit of a waste. The rest of your team's dead and you try and drop the Blizzard, try and go for the hero play. But now that Noon is dead, I might actually be able to finish my sentence. Beautiful coming in there, and you're playing so aggressive, but Finn putting out that massive earth shatter knocks all of the players down, and it's just going to be able to flip the fight off that one ultimate. But now they are going to have to commit this Valkyrie to try and sustain through this one.
Oh, and the High Noon, everybody's backing away from the High Noon as well. They should. Oh, but Halloween just popped his head out and he got picked. And now Azit on the hunt for that Junkrat. Beautiful attempt. And I think that's going to be another back off for Braintree there. Unless Noon has got another lovely headshot in. Looks like it threw the amplification matrix with a damage boost perhaps. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think they're going to have to back up. I think it's a lost fight, but they're never going to say die, never surrender, not while Creation's on the high ground, keeping everyone at bay.
Yep, so much damage coming in from both sides. It is going to be the Baptiste getting picked off, so that's possibly just going to end the fight here, and it is going to be Confetti looking to hold this one. But they're just going to keep going. The May 1v1.
Yeah, I think they should have backed off a little while ago, but they kept fighting the fight. But here comes Noon with the... Oh, no! That was the promised freeze. Everyone was frozen it, apart from Azert, pretty much, who then popped that Deadeye and had 3 kills with it. It's really good. Unfortunately, Noon's freezes aren't doing the business at the moment, but He's trying so hard.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful play coming in there. The blizzard comes in and Abelese pops his blizzard as he gets frozen up, so it enables them to sustain through it because that slow immediately starts ticking down. Azur is up and is able to pop the high noon, but another fight coming in, and you've got the sound barrier being popped immediately to try and sustain through this one.
Yeah, and they've already lost one player. Oh, okay, they've lost a lot of players now since I've said that, so I think Braintree are going to be able to pick this one up. They've had to use pretty much everything they've got, though, and they're only going to get another minute and a half if they make it to this checkpoint. So it's not long. It's not long, but it can be done. Easily winnable. Bearing in mind, Confetti didn't actually finish the map. This is definitely winnable.
Yeah, there's definitely potential here for them to be able to flip this one. You've got a minute and a half on the board. Neither team really has any ultimates, and no one's exceptionally close. That Baptiste is going to be the first one to get his, but it's going to be such a quick engage onto that hog, and now they're going to try and flip this fight immediately, not giving up any room.
Yeah, so violent. Everyone just piled into that corner there, just desperately trying to get their ult so they have a bit of advantage. And unfortunately, Noon goes down, but here come those mines from the Wrecking Ball. Oh, and it looks like they picked off Birdie. Ryan is desperately trying to get rid of them all, but unfortunately it's a little bit too little too late. Oh, the res nearly came through, but a lovely Earth Shatter making that res completely obsolete.
Exalt with a lovely beat, though.
Yeah, Junkrat trying to sneak around the back, but he gets caught, and Creation is just pushing Zarya. Oh, didn't quite get away. Okay, it's a good shot, but now Confetti have to regroup. They got one more chance to save this. Very risky gamble. I've seen a lot of people try that rollout and fail. That would have been a disaster.
Creation definitely experienced on the Wrecking Ball and not quite able to get the knock off.
Oh no, 2 down on the team of Braintree, and here comes that May Blizzard in that we've been waiting for from Noon. Finally, he got one off, and it was good. But they're just trying to keep the team off the payload now. Creation is doing his best. He has a nice big power driver. They're so low. I think they can push it in, but their spawn is right next to them. Tracer comes flying out. They're switching to all the fast characters now to try and save it. Lovely grab there, getting the majority of the minute. May put herself in the ice block, change to Winston to try and speed things up a little bit. And it looks like it worked. Well done.
Very, very well played
Wow.
there. Braintree able to take that one, but I've really got to give a lot of credit there to Noon. Beautiful play throughout the series, but those headshots towards the end, and this is to be expected as with very, very clean play coming in from them with this massive high Noon.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And to be honest, the fact that the team were pretty much all frozen in that ice block, I thought that was over, but as it says, no, I know, I'm doing it. But yeah, that was a really good fight. I did say Braintree were going to win. I called it.
You did.
But that doesn't mean anything because it's 1-1 now, so it could go either way.
1-1 in this best of 5 series, so it does look like, as I quickly scroll up, we will be heading to either, as I eventually scroll up, so we're going to be heading to an escort. It's going to be Dorado or Rialto. I'm not even sure which one of these two I expect. Both of them have a lot of high ground that they can play around, so it really lends themselves to creation on the Wrecking Ball. Both of them have a lot of flank routes as well. So we've seen Noon on the flank on the McCree. We've seen Creation trying to get behind people to knock people forward. So either of these maps picks are going to work really well for them. But honestly, I feel like if you take the option of going for Dorado, you really kind of take a bit of Confetti's power, not allowing them to play those brawl compositions as well, as it isn't going to be as strong as it would be on Rialto.
Yeah, well, it will be Confetti to choose as the losers of that match, won't it? So I think they will probably.
Yes.
Yeah. So I personally feel this is the thinking man's play. I don't know if they're going to think the same way as me, but I would be terrified of Creation on that bridge on Rialto. So I would go Dorado.
Yeah, that's the only thing though. It's just that one bridge that you have to get past, but your brawl composition is so much stronger. Whereas you look to play Dorado, and that is a lot more high ground. You're gonna have flankers coming in from everywhere. You're gonna have the wrecking ball dropping on you and getting free pile drivers off.
That is
I
true, yeah.
If I was Confetti, I'd want to take Rialto, but yeah, it's that first bridge that you have to get over though. And if Braintree are going to play super aggressive and they're going to hold at the spawn doors, you're looking at something quite dire here, possibly for Confetti. They're going to have to be able to break through this somehow, some way. I'd be interested to see what they look to, or how they look to play this one.
Yeah, but then again, with Rialto on that bridge, Confetti have been playing that Lucio Birdie. He's been doing a really good
True.
job with them boops, so it goes either way, to be honest. Like you say, Rialto, Gerardo even, lots of high ground. That wrecking ball is basically his playground.
Yeah, so there's potential for both sides, but Confetti really want to be looking for Rialto if they're looking to play this broad composition that they're playing throughout. But I would also like to see them play something new. I would like to see maybe a dive coming out from them, or maybe looking to mirror the wrecking ball. It should be interesting to see how they go. But I'm really looking forward to this next map and seeing which team can really take the advantage here, which one can really open the series up, take it 2-1, and give themselves just one win left to take the series. It is only a friendly, but let's be realistic. Neither of these teams are going to be taking it friendly. They both want to win.
Yeah, there's nothing friendly when it comes to a game of Overwatch, especially not one against the team who are the only team to have beat you in the season so far. And of course, Braintree don't want to give up a win, even though it is a friendly and it won't go towards the standings. They don't want to give it up, and I don't blame them. They want to be that powerhouse team. They don't want to be the ones who go 9-0 in series and then lose a friendly. Very important for them.
Yeah, if you're the team that is currently 9-0, you've really got the pressure on yourself to try and keep that going, keep up that pressure. Whereas if you're the side that's gone 8-1 and the only team that you've lost to is this 9-0 team, it's really one that you've got to look for. You've beaten every other team, and this is the one that's eluded you. Both teams have really got to be looking to try and take this one, try and take themselves to the next level. But honestly, it's a lot more competitive. If the stat that you mentioned before was right, and that Braintree have won every single game 3-0, then this is looking like a completely new Confetti team coming out, playing so aggressive, and this DPS combination of Abelese and Azert combining really well with the May and the McCree that they've been playing throughout, and also the Junkrat as well, allowing themselves to absorb quite a lot of pressure and then kind of bounce back. It's really nice to see, and I'd love to see how it's going to combine. But it does look like they will be making a substitution. It's going to be Abelese coming out and Quasar coming in. So we'll see whether
Yeah.
maybe they're a specialist for a certain map. Maybe they got a couple of niche hero picks. I'm fully expecting to see a Bastion come out now or something.
Do you think we're going to see a pirate ship? Because I would love to see a pirate ship.
Pirate ship. Now, both maps do lend themselves, obviously, both of them being escort. You want to get yourself bunkered up as best you can. I feel like Rialto is probably the better map for a pirate ship. And we did see that that Noon was teasing it on Control Center. So maybe we could see a pirate ship. We've seen a lot of Baptiste being played, we've seen a lot of Mercy being played. But it does mean that Creation, if it is the side of Braintree that decide to run it, Creation is going to have to play something other than Wrecking Ball.
No, not creation. Well, I don't think he'll want to play something other than Wrecking Ball, to be honest. I don't blame him. He's doing so well on it. Like, why would you swap off until it became a problem? But then again, they did lose that last map, so oh no, they win that one. They lost the
They
first
did
one.
win that. They lost the first one.
God, you know when it's not 3-0, it gets so confusing. But yeah, Creation doing so well in that Wrecking Ball. Like I don't feel like he'll want to swap, but we'll find out in just a few seconds. But yes, Quasar in for Confetti now as our new sub. So let's see how he does. Interesting to see what they're going to play.
Yeah, Creation, I imagine, will be running the Wrecking Ball until they probably remove Wrecking Ball from the game. I don't think that's they're gonna look to get rid of that one. Playing so well, so aggressive, and the team being able to capitalize on it a lot better in that second map on King's Row. I'd love to see how they're gonna stack up here, though, and of course, we are gonna see Creation on the Wrecking Ball once again.
Absolutely. Oh, I don't see any Bastion right now, but that doesn't mean they can't change and spawn. You never know. I'm thinking Moira. from Birdie, which is not as what I would expect on this map. But you
Now,
say everything's up for debate in the next 25 seconds. I'm not going to get too comfortable.
yeah, I'd be interested to see here because obviously we do see that Confetti are still in spawn. They don't have to make their picks until the last second. Running a Roadhog with a Reinhardt's an interesting combination. I'm not expecting to see an Anna and a Moira together unless we were running some weird triple support combination. But unfortunately, we're locked to 2-2-2, so we can't see any of that. But I'd like to see Azert looking to get a nice early pick here. We'll see whether he can scout anything out nice and early.
He's looking for it, but looks like we are running with the Moira and Anna from the team of Confetti. It's interesting.
Yeah, interesting to say the least. It's certainly something. Combination of two flex supports. We'll have to see how they can go into this one. Running into the Baptiste and the Mercy. Exalt's going to be the first one to get picked off. Nice early pick from Azert.
Yeah, all I can say is if you've got a Moira and an Anna at your back, and Roadhog can look after himself, that Ryan should never die.
Yeah,
So let's hope he
if
doesn't.
that Reinhardt drops below 250 HP, I'd be worried because you've got Moira Orb, you've got the nade from Anna, you've got so much healing from both of them. Your McCree and your Reaper, they can go off and do their own thing. Your Roadhog can keep himself up. Noon with a huge high noon.
Lovely high noon there, and that is going to pick off both the Anna and the Moira, so he got no supports there anymore. But and he gets picked off himself, unfortunately. But it looks like Confetti are going to push this through unless Wrecking Ball is going to come in and have one last ditch attempt. But no, just a rock from afar. So it wasn't to be. And what happened there? Halloween picked off Finn.
To say aggressive from Finn may be an understatement. Some people may refer to the term of inting. Charging into 6 people will normally result in your death. But an early pick over onto Quasar could mean, especially with that nano boost, that we are going to see Confetti push this one aggressively.
Lovely nano boost coming in, but he doesn't seem to be taking a lot of space with it. He can't quite catch those little characters who are running around in front of him on the leg. Creation's Minds there again.
Three
Three
for Creation.
Oh, how does he do it? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful Wrecking Ball player there. And it looks like it'll be back to spawn and try again.
Noon gets the resurrection as well, so it's really well played here. They have that's 3 ultimates on the board there. They're just going to use that Wrecking Ball ult. And now the Sigma looking to try and build up an ult as well, but it is going to be dueling high noons. Who's going to draw first? Both are going to draw, no one's going to get a kill.
Nobody got anything from that, unfortunately, but his big Junkrat tire that could come on here and just instantly pop about 3 people, but I don't think he's going to be that greedy with it. Creation just booped off Birdie. Lovely boops. Nice little mine chucked in there from Dagster. But it looks like they're backing off again. It's all they can do. Their spawn is just around the corner, so there's no point in them pushing into a lost fight.
Braintree did really well here to manage to hold on this bridge, because this is the perfect position for them. It allows Creation to play around this building right in front of them. As you can see, he's up on that ledge ready. He has the slam and he has the mines, but it's a huge slam coming in.
Oh, I think Quasar was going to go for his Death Blossom there, but he kind of just unfortunately landed on the Junkrat mine there and got caught out. But Halloween pushing the last few members of
Creation, Halloween. Yeah, there's a payload that you need to go get, buddy. Interesting rollout from the Wrecking Ball here, and he's going to come down the other side.
Yeah, they're not going to let that slide, but they did get all the way around that corner and over that bridge by and quick pick off onto Daxter there. Unfortunately, I think they're going to get this to the end unless everyone's all over the place from Braintree right now. I'm not quite sure where they're going to go with that. Quasar is reaped himself up into that little tiny room, which could be... I was going to say it could be dangerous for Braintree, but no, Noon is on the case with a lovely little pop Mercy damage booster there.
Yeah, and is going to get another one there with the high Noon as well. Take out the Anna, that's 2 for Noon.
Lovely. Oh, 3 for Noon. It is high Noon and it's not high Noon. Brilliant.
Did get 1 with the high Noon throughout that fight, and we're going to see Halloween making the swap over onto the Roadhog as well. A little bit more punishable here. So we've seen a lot of the Confetti players playing very, very aggressive, and it should be. I'm intrigued to see.
Oh,
Creation
Oh, every time. If it's not the mines, it's a mad boop from Creation. He is just playing so well on this wrecking ball, and now he's got the mines to boot. He's going to go in. He's going to get more kills. Unfortunately, Confetti, you need to go back and you need to start dealing with Creation. I know it's hard, but we need to start dealing with Creation because he is getting away with murder every time here.
There is one character we mentioned in the build-up that could immediately remove Creation from the game. Her name is Sombra, as we see another two-man boop from Creation. Confetti, just play Sombra. Just hack the Wrecking Ball. He's going to be useless. As Noon cleans up again. That's another 2 kills for Noon. Braintree playing so well. And this this confidence boost from King's Row. Clearly playing into Rialto as well.
Yeah, I think when they lost the first map, they were definitely shaken. They just gave their heads a wobble and said, come on, we're going to pick this up. Creation, go do your thing. And I don't always want to just say he's carrying because they're all playing exceedingly well. But every time I look at that kill feed, he's done something else. He is doing exceptionally well on that wrecking ball. The whole team's going really well. They're all working really well together, though. And unfortunately, he's down now, so here's your chance. Here's your chance. You can do it, Confetti.
Yeah, Zert's going to find 2 with the High Noon and then Nano boost onto Finn. We'll see whether they can clean this one up with 35 seconds left on the clock.
Yes, chasing that Baptiste down, but here's Creation, he's back, but I don't think he'll be able to do it without the rest of his team here. But they do have time to get back for one final fight just before this point caps. It is going to be very scrappy though, but here's the Death Blossom online for Quasar. If he just pops in and gets them with that in that little tiny room, that could be really bad. But oh, they're not even going to try to attempt it, which is fine. Okay,
yeah,
we
take
take
hold that one there. Interesting decision. You had the Roadhog ultimate there, and Noon's gonna drop the High Noon again and take a Zert out of his.
Oh, they're going to be punished for that, absolutely. Here we go. But I really thought they would try and touch that, but they didn't. And I'm saying now, yeah, they're getting really pushed back. But let's see how this continues. We have got a Baptiste ultimate on the side of Braintree, but we still got that Death Blossom. It seems to be like we've been holding on to that for a long time. I'm looking forward to seeing Quasar use that.
Yeah, it's an interesting pick, the Reaper here. You're not really looking to play into a brawl, and of course that's the Death Blossom Creation's going to drop mines in your backline though.
Yeah, finally the quiz went off with that Death Blossom, and it was good, and he did the job with it. I think the Reaper is there trying to take out Creation on that Wrecking Ball, but I do think, like you say, Sombra would probably be a little bit better for that. You know, just stop him doing everything entirely. Because he's just too fast, that's the problem with Wrecking Ball. He will get away from you, even from a Reaper. It's too quick.
High Noon comes in though, he's going to get the first pick for us over onto that Junkrat.
Yeah, the beat has been popped for Confetti as well, so they had a little bit late left. Oh, unlucky. Oh, they're just cleaning up that. Oh, big shatter there from Finn, knocking them all down. And oh, the Mercy's getting a cheeky little res, but it's no good. And they're all desperately just trying to jump back in here. They could pop that tire, but it's not going to be enough. And that is the map completed with not very long left on the clock, unfortunately, but winnable.
Yeah, 6.6 seconds left on the clock. It's definitely winnable. You had so much time taken up on that second point, though. Really nice hold from Braintree. But something from Confetti, they held... You mentioned before, Quasar holding onto that Death Blossom for so long. I really don't think Reaper was the pick into that one. Yes, they got a really nice Death Blossom off towards the end, opening up that final fight. But the Reaper there... You're not really looking to brawl into that because you're playing against such a split team. The McCree's going to be off on one angle. You're going to have a Roadhog looking to hook you from another angle. Or the Sigma's going to be up high with the shield. You've got Creation on the Wrecking Ball coming here, there, and everywhere. I'd really like to have seen, as we said, the Sombra come out or something maybe a little bit more defensive, something with a little bit more CC. We saw the Mei being run, and it really stopped a lot of Creation's power. As soon as you slow down that Wrecking Ball, such a big target, he's going to soak up so much damage, and you're just going to build up all your ultimates off it. I'd really like to see something other than the Reaper being played on the attack, but it does look like Quasar's going to stick on it.
Yeah, well, hopefully it does the job for him. I don't think it did really enough as it should have done. I do think it was meant to be the counter to Creation. And it might have got him once or twice, but I do feel like Sombra would be better, or something with a little bit more damage. A May would be ideal for this, and I can see Braintree are running the May again, so get ready for those noon right clicks, which have been beautiful in the previous games. Let's see who can pick off with them.
Yeah, the only issue I see with the Braintree composition is that backline. Yes, I love Lucio, and yes, I love that damage boost, but the combination, you're lacking so much healing, and Creation's going to feel that as he gets picked off immediately.
Yeah, unfortunately straight away for our boy Creation. But here we go. Noon got that right click in as promised. I will be done, and as they're just pumping in all his shots here, but not quite finding anybody. Chasing down that Reaper. I see Braintree have got their own Reaper now. But there goes them right clicks again. Wonderful shots from the May, freezing them all, and it looks like they're going to barrel through this first point pretty quickly.
Yeah, Creation coming back there and putting out so much damage, going to clean up, finding at least 3 for himself. Noon as well on that May. You mentioned the right clicks, and to be expected, you've got nearly every ultimate up on the board for the side of Braintree here. But as I said, the Reaper picks coming out on both sides, and both of them lacking so much. They're both so far behind on their ultimates.
Yeah, they just seem to be having a little battle with each other there, which is quite cute because it did absolutely nothing. But here comes the Sig ultimate on the point. He needs to get these guys off the point to make any progress, and they just got a cap. It's so close. Just gonna get that Lucio away, and there we go. We've got it. First point taken very quick. Over 5 minutes on the clock. Staggering that Anna. Gonna be a few seconds before Confetti can regroup and push in again.
Yeah, the only problem is you throw so many ultimates into that fight. You're going to see the mines come out. You're going to see the Sigma's Flux. You're going to see also the Blizzard as well for Noon. So much thrown into it, as well as the Valkyrie as well. So you're going to throw 4 ultimates into that when you could have just backed up. But Noon, you're a little bit out of position there, buddy. And that very aggressive Reaper TP should have been punished, really.
It should have been, but that's a good hook there from Confetti's Roadhog there. Creation in the back line. But unfortunately, I think Creation needs to get out of there because half his team is dead. And here comes Quasar to bully the Mercy. But she's... yeah. Just get out of there, Creation. Get out!
Creation trying to get himself out. Probably could have just pile driver down into the river there. Reset themselves really quickly. But instead of giving over just all that extra ult charge.
Yeah. Oh, and we've got 4 ults online.
I want to see some changes here, as we are going to see Finn with a massive Earth Shatter.
Big shatter, but in the back line, Dax has just popped his Death Blossom and found the other Reaper from Confetti there, but another big hog hook, and it looks like Sigel's going off, but Death Blossom, High Noon's going off, sorry, and it finds Halloween just before he dies from that grab flux. Beat comes out and the May freeze comes out, but Quasar manages to avoid it by wraithing out, but it looks like Creation's cleaning up as only Creation can, I think.
Yeah, Creation's on an absolute tear, dominating so far and looking to re-engage here. Beautiful play coming in now from this side of Braintree.
Absolutely, go and chase down that McCree, and that is going to be a push. Not going to be a push all the way at the final, but it's going to be a decent push nonetheless. But yeah, here we go. Are we going to do anything to counter Creation? We're doing our best here, but it's just not working out.
I'm going to say it again. Swap off the Reaper. Reaper is a good pick, but it's not working into this composition. Even the Death Blossom, it finds 1 and you're in the middle of the entire enemy team.
Yeah, well, it finds 1, but then he follows it up on Noon with a lovely little shot, and now it looks like he's going for Creation. But a lovely stun from Daxter there keeps him at bay. And unfortunately Daxter's gone now, so they're just going to chase down the rest of Braintree, bullying Halloween. Oh, poor Halloween, he can't do anything about it. Run away, Mercy, before you die too. Get back to your team. Okay, now we've got the High Noon online for Azert. We've got nothing yet for Braintree, apart from very nearly a High Noon, but not quite. Finn has nearly got that Earth Shatter as well, so I think Confetti might be able to hold this one a little bit longer.
Yeah, they've got 2 minutes left to hold here, and Braintree really need to pull out something. They're just gonna let creation roll through in front of them like that.
Yeah, he just kind of
Interesting.
popped out to say hello, didn't he? He's like, "Oh, hi guys, it's me, Creation.
Really
Remember
did.
me?"
As
But,
their Tynoon's just going to go into the Sigma's grasp as well, and
Yeah.
it's getting scrappy now. Nobody's coming from the same place. Both teams, I think, just need to back up and regroup as Azert's going to pick off that Mercy.
Yeah. Oh, they're using the ultimate though, even though they lost their Mercy, and I don't know if that's going to be the best play for them. But they've really got to commit now. They've used the ultimate, so you just got to go for it. And it looks like it might have paid off for Braintree. Unfortunately, Reaper's sneaking up around the back. They got to keep a check on him. Oh, and he finds Halloween. But here comes the whole hog pushing them off, and they used so many ults there, and it was all for naught, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So...
the whole hog coming through, and then really nice play from Vessel to actually pop that nano boost. We mentioned before about the amount of healing that you get from that nano boost as well. So the healing was the massive thing there to keep to keep Judatron up. Really well played. And the sleep on to creation, and see what happens when you see the wrecking ball.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, they've only got about 30 seconds left, and they've just been staggered in the form of creation, so they have got to have one last big push at this. It hasn't got far to go. They've got one fight to win, so they've really got to push in Braintree. And I can see them sneaking underneath with the Junkrat, and Hog got a lovely hook on, but unfortunately, XL's being picked off. And that just leaves you with the Mercy heals unless they can get the res off, but I think it might be on cooldown. Dax is being picked up. It's not looking good for Braintree. Finn just swinging his hammer there with a lot of aggression, just looking for them. Creation down. Oh, and here's the Death Blossom. That's what we've been waiting for again. Finds the Mercy, and goodbye, Halloween.
Yeah, it's just to clean up here, as it is going to be the side of Confetti taking that round. They're going to take that whole series 3-1. 6.6 seconds left on the map doesn't really make a difference when you completely cap the point.
Absolutely, it's not important if the other team don't even make it to the end. Lovely play of the game by Creation again. It's going to be one of those boots off the bridge, isn't it? Or
Of
maybe
course
the oh no, it's the like 3 mine kill that everyone just sort of walked into. Oh, I think Moira just faded away straight into the mines there. That's very unfortunate. Oh,
It's
you hate
tragic
to see
to see,
it.
but it is going to be it's going to be Confetti taking this series 2-1, and now they've really put themselves in a good position here. They just need to win one more map to take the series. They are going to be heading to Volskaya. Now, I'm not sure why Confetti would pick Volskaya when the Wrecking Ball is so strong on this map. We've seen how strong Creation has been throughout, and then you've got 2 split high grounds where you can play Noon on one side, you can play Halloween on the other. I wouldn't want to walk into that. I'd rather play any other map than that. I'd rather go back and play. Rather go back and play Lijiang again.
Absolutely, Confetti just Creation, both being Mercy. Creation just killing it for Braintree on the Wrecking Ball. So you pick a Wrecking Ball map, it's going to be a problem. But I think Braintree, come on, you've got to pull it out of the bag now. I want this 5-map series. Come on. I want this to be the grudge match for everybody that, you wanted to see this. Come on. Confetti, Braintree took that win away from you. How do you feel about that? Come on, fight back. Braintree, you're 9-0. Don't let Confetti tell you what to do. Come on.
Really trying to rile up both sides. It's really too close to say who's going to take this one. Some nice adaptations coming in through from Confetti, but please, 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 if you're playing on Volskaya, please don't play Reaper again. Yes, it worked for some reason, somehow, some way it worked, but it shouldn't work. You should be playing something else. You have this big Wrecking Ball rolling through, putting out so much damage. But here's a little secret. If you play Sombra and hack him, he'll do nothing. Just play Sombra and you'll be able to absolutely dominate this series. On the side of Braintree, it's going to be going back on King's Row. You played so well around creation, creating all this space, putting out so much damage into the backline. You hit the slam, everyone pops up in the air, and Noon was just picking people off with those right clicks on the Mei.
Lovely right click from Noon. Beautiful.
Just play around creation. You played so split, and you played some interesting ideas. We saw your Lucio trying to take a 1v6 against a Reinhardt swinging into him. Now, I love Lucio. I've not made it any secret. He is a very, very strong character. He's not strong enough to 1v6, especially when a Reinhardt is swinging in his face, unfortunately. We'll have to see how they end up taking this one. But I don't even know if I can call which side's going to take this. It's been back and forth,
It
and
has.
every time I have made a prediction, it's gone the other way. So I'm not going to say anything.
All
I'm
right.
gonna wimp out of it. But do you
Well,
have any predictions looking into this one?
I really think Braintree are going to pull this one out. As you say, it is the Wrecking Ball map, and Creation just doing the job on Wrecking Ball. Come on. And then we'll go to 5-map series, which I really want to see. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, the 5-map series would be great, but I
But
really
I don't
think
know.
at the same time, I really think the way that Confetti are playing, could they just cheese out a win? You run something weird, you run a Symmetra and a Bastion with a double shield, and you TP between the two high grounds. It's possible.
Oh, I'd love to see some cheese, absolutely. But
Oh, I'm.
I was talking a lot about Creation, but at the end of the day, Confetti are 2-1 up. So
Yeah.
even though they haven't, I wouldn't say they've countered Creation. Whatever they're doing has been working for them a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't even think there's not really been that standout player. Obviously, we've seen Creation lighting up the kill feed for Braintree, but on the side of Confetti, they're playing so well as a unit. They're playing this raw
Yeah.
composition so well. They're sticking with Finn on the Reinhardt. Of course, those slams absolutely massive and creating so much value, but we've not really seen someone lighting up the kill feed in the same sort of way. And that's really good to see from Confetti, coming in as the team that is statistically the weaker side. You've really got to admire how well they're playing as a unit, and we're gonna see more Reaper.
They might change it. They are still in spawn at the moment, but we are definitely seeing Noon with those May right clicks, hopefully. Creation on that Wrecking Ball. Halloween on the Sigma, which has been so powerful for him. Echo for Dexter. And then a Mercy and Break support lineup, which I like. I like the support lineup. We
Yeah,
haven't seen a lot of Break today.
I really like the Mercy and the Echo here. On the defense especially, you're able to pop up on that Echo above the choke point, and with damage boosted mines, you're going to be able to nearly one-shot some of these characters. What I really don't like is the support line for Confetti. Lucio Brig is not going to be enough healing. Even if you are running with a Roadhog, you're running with a Reaper who has self-heal, it's not going to be enough. And that wall coming out so early, we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, the wall just corralling everybody over to that right-hand side there, straight into the room, and Creation gets an early boop off onto the Lucio, and then it's everything else just be picked off. Quasar goes down, and here he goes. Oh, he got knocked back there. I think the Brig's going to do some work onto the Wrecking Ball. I think they might finally found the answer.
Yeah, this Brig Mercy seems to be working a lot more effectively, but I really don't like the support line for Confetti. You need to not run a Brig and a Lucio. It's going to be one or the other, whether you want that AoE healing from Brig with the armor, or whether you want the speed in the AoE healing from the Lucio. You need one of them to swap, because they're just not going to put out enough healing, as we're going to see Vessel and Noon falling early.
Yeah, absolutely. But it doesn't matter too much, because it looks like Braintree have picked it back up again. Some lovely picks there from Daxter, taking down the Reaper, and Azur off screen there, but unfortunately the hook catches him and he goes down as well. But oh, Halloween and Juditron still battling it out on point, and here comes Creation to save the day. Lovely rock from Halloween, and Juditron goes down. Oh, and then
Yeah,
Phil
Halloween
comes in to save his teammate. Beautiful.
And that's going to be a boop for Creation onto Birdie. And the mines coming in. This fight's still not done somehow.
Yeah, this has been just backwards and forwards here, but it looks like Confetti are finally swinging it in their favour, and I don't think Braintree are going to come back, although Echo's thinking about it. But no, I think Azur's going to go and hunt it down. No, they got away. Okay, that is going to be a point capture for... Oh, I thought there was another rank coming in there. Okay, that's going to be a point capture for Confetti, and a quick pick off on Daxter there. but I think they will get back in time. Oh, the rally is being popped for Confetti there. A lot of ultimates going off at once here. And we had the Sigil, we had a High Noon, nothing really connected though.
Yeah, Blizzard and a duplicate as well, so that's both DPS ultimates being popped as well.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates going out here, but it does look like Braintree are slightly in the lead here. But their spawn is so close, they are definitely going to get back a lot quicker than Confetti will. But they're using mines. I personally wouldn't have used any ultimates there, but you know, Creation will get them back so quickly it doesn't really matter.
Does look like they're somehow going to sustain through this. Really, really well played from Braintree, being able to sit back and absorb a lot of this pressure and eating up so many ultimates there. You're going to see the whole hog being used. You're going to see the High Noon. You're going to see, I assume, Quasi use the ultimate, and that's not 84% on the first one.
Oh, everything got used, pretty much everything. But it does look like Confetti have the ult advantage now. We've nearly got a beat, we've nearly got a rally, we've nearly got Reaper, we've got Finn's hammer, which he's just used. And unfortunately it didn't pay off for him as he quickly got picked up by a heavily pocketed Halloween. And then Noon's coming in with a punch to Vessel, gets taken down by others. Oh, so close, unfortunately, just got picked off. But that is possibly going to be 2 ticks if they can quickly get rid of Halloween. Oh, the res comes out. It's not going to be enough. Oh, and there goes that death blast we've been waiting for. Lovely pick onto Exalt there. There's a High Noon coming in from behind them, and that takes out the Mercy. She's trying to take. Oh, I think they're going to get 2 ticks here if they really push it hard.
Yeah, they're going to have to put so many more resources, and they're going to commit double support ultimates as well. Are they going to be able to get enough, though? It's a huge gravitic flux. Stunned out, though. Really nice play from Azert.
And oh, there goes the second tick. They've got to come back really quickly, Braintree. Here we go. And oh, 2 down. The support ultimates both down straight away, unfortunately. But here comes his mine from Creation. He's just spinning around, hoping for the best, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And that is the flip. 2 minutes 49 for Confetti. That is a good time on a 2CP map. I'd be happy with that.
2 minutes 50 left on the clock. Really, really well played from both sides. But it is going to be Confetti getting the full cap there. I mentioned the support line, and I have no idea how they are able to take that running Brig and Lucio. That should have never worked. That's not enough healing. How was that able to happen?
Yeah.
Anyway, regardless, I feel it's going to be a hell of a series. 2 minutes 50, I feel like there's going to be a full cap coming in from Braintree, and we will be heading to an overtime round as well. I'll make a prediction.
You're gonna call it?
That's what I'll go with.
you're just predicting that it'll go into overtime. You're not going to pick the winner.
Yeah, I'm still not predicting
Okay.
the result, but I'm going to make a prediction that we're going to an overtime round, and we're going to see a full cap here from Braintree as well. And I still really like this composition. Halloween moving over to the Zarya gives Creation a little bit more peel, a little bit more heal, a little bit more CC resistance when you're playing into a flashbang, a boop, a knockback from Brig, a stun, and a Roadhog hook, as well as the Reinhardt, the pin not so much, but the slam as well.
Yeah, Braintree running that Brig and Lucio again though. There's not a lot of healing, especially dangerous when you're actually pushing the defense and one wrong move. I see a Bastion. Is it going to happen? They're doing it.
It really could, and
It's doing it.
It really could happen, and that's really worrying now if you're on the side of Confetti. You have a Lucio and a Brig. You're not going to be able to heal through that much damage.
No way. Those shields are going to go straight down. Halloween taken out straight away. The Bastion didn't really have anything to do with it, but he's just trying to get an angle right now so he can start pumping in all that damage, breaking those shields and tearing through them. A lot of damage being done there, and they're just trying to defend him with that Brig shield. It's so cute. It doesn't have enough HP to defend a Bastion.
It doesn't, but it's more than nothing, and the amount of healing, Birdie's going to get picked off. I'm expecting Noon and Daxter to walk in and just end this right here, right now.
Yeah, Noon walking straight in. He's nearly got the Blizzard already. That's amazing. I think they'll probably turn off the Bastion now, if I'm brutally honest, as much as I enjoyed seeing it, but it seems to have, yeah, here we go, there's the Junkrat. It was fun for a little while, but it didn't quite do the business. Creation sneaking around behind there, and unfortunately Domston being picked off while he was in the middle of the res there. But we're so many players down now, I'm not sure why we committed that Blizzard.
You know what, Noon, your right clicks have been on point, but that Blizzard was throw there. You can throw it into the enemy team, but you're also just going to throw the game slightly because of it. I would have liked to have seen Daxter actually stay on the Bastion and see Noon swap over to the Symmetra. If they could TP to either of these high grounds and just rain down damage with the Bastion, that would have been a really nice play. But we're going to see Creation going in with that bubble and so much damage coming through from him. And the mines being popped.
Yeah, Creation with the mines, as always, like they're on cooldown. A cheeky little hook there, but everyone's in the grab now, and I hear a high noon coming up from behind as it picks off both supports for the Braintree, and that will be a retreat. Oh, will it? I was going to say that would be a retreat back to spawn, but no, they get the Rhine and Brig themselves. Unfortunately, Creation's down
so
now.
much damage.
Absolutely, it's full charge now. Oh, and he's just lost all that charge. Shush my mouth, I am a jinx.
That's a little bit of a caster curse coming in right there. Halloween is going to fall, and we'll see really how... Maybe that was my curse from before as well. I said Braintree we're going to full cap this. It's certainly not looking that way at the minute. Creation just have mines up once again.
Yeah,
and
Creation's
you do have
sneaking
the
around the
rally
back.
available as well.
Yeah, just saw Creation go sneaking around the back there. Here he is. Oh, the wall just seemed to ruin whatever Creation was trying to do there, unfortunately. But the mines came out and they did pick off Birdie. And oh, it looks like Braintree have made the push now. Not sure I would have committed that rally, but never mind, it's doing the job. And that is going to be a 0.1 take, I think.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that rally being held for the next point and being able to try and snowball this one. But, you know, if it wins, an ultimate is not wasted if it wins you the fight. We are going to see Halloween clean that one up and get so close to that Graviton Surge. Maybe that is what they're going to look to snowball this one with. Just one more right click being landed is going to get him that ultimate. And
yeah, there it is. He's got it. Here
looking
we go.
at this one, you do have a Riptire as well, so maybe that's the combination they're going to look for. Could be absolutely massive. They might look to pull it off. They do have the Blizzard as well. They could flip this immediately, but the Earth Shatter from Finn is huge.
Oh, here comes that Junkrat Tire into the Blizzard, takes out two, but two of them still standing from that Blizzard, unfortunately. And I do
think the tanks.
Oh, I do think he's going to go back and reset. Cheeky little hook there.
Not
Not quite
escape
connecting.
there. Nice little tech to get over the top.
But now on the side of Braintree, all we've got is the Creation Mines again and nearly a Mercy Ultimate. Everything else is so far away. Whereas Confetti, you've got a lot of ults very nearly online or online. So I think it's going to take a while to build this up.
Yeah, one pick either side. Daxter's going to get the pick, but the trap clearly Quasar was already low. And in come the mines from Creation, opening this fight up.
Yeah, and unfortunately 3 picks there. Really, as they're just popping off on this McCree today, just hitting every shot, chasing down Creation. Oh, he's going to get him. Run away, Creation. He got away. But yeah, I think Noon is still trapped, and that's going to be a big stagger. And now Braintree are running on less time than Confetti finished with, so Confetti are always going to have the bigger time bank, even if this does go to overtime.
Yeah, they really have to look to try and win this one nice and quickly now, with that time bank advantage now being on the side of Confetti here. But they're playing into a lot of ultimates. They're playing into this Death Blossom as well, which is a big one. With everyone being crowded on that point, expect to see Quasar maybe pulling something big out here.
Oh, the Creation boop. Lovely.
It's massive, and honestly, it's not looking good for the side of Braintree here. Creation being bullied at every opportunity and not being allowed to run rampant like he has been throughout the series.
It's what you've got to do when somebody's causing a lot of damage and a lot of issues. You've got to focus them down, and I think Confetti, you've learnt that very quickly. You know, like I say, after the initial King's Row, they've said, you know what, Creation, we're not going to let you do that anymore. This Reaper is actually doing a lot more damage this time. I think it's working out for them.
Yeah, the Reaper pick, again, I'm still not fully sold. I feel like there's better options, but they are making it work. Quasar is playing a lot better than they did on Rialto, and really looking to try and make them pay here. But we're going to see a lot of ults coming up on the board here for Braintree. They do have the mines that are going to be popped immediately and try and open this one, but huge slam coming in.
Okay, now we're down to the final minute, and unfortunately there's another pushback on Braintree, and they're going to try and stagger the poor Mercy there, and oh, I thought she might have got away there with 1 HP, but not quite. Okay,
Not
you've
letting
got
her escape.
one final push is going to happen here, so this has to be really good. Creation's changed to Reinhardt in things you never thought you would see.
Well, they must be getting desperate. They got 40 seconds left on the clock, and Creation is going Reinhardt. They're looking to take this Reinhardt duel, the 1v1. I don't see it going that well. They do have the Blizzard, and they do have the Graviton. The Blizzard is going to be popped, and it's not going to find anyone.
No, that looks like another win to Confetti. Unfortunately, the Creation Reinhardt did not do the business, but I don't think it would have helped anyway. Desperately trying to change back to something quick now. One last push. Oh, the Mercy's still alive, bulking a little heart out, but it's not good enough. And
She's
that is
going
going to be
to
it.
get the overtime, though.
That's going to be it.
Not quite. It is going to be Confetti taking this one. Really, really well played from them coming back. And, well, there we have it. Braintree were 9-0 in the series. Confetti only losing one match the entire split. And it was to Braintree, but Confetti getting their revenge. A 3-1 win, and Berserk popping a beautiful high noon like they have been all series.
Yeah, they finally got the redemption arc. I love it.
Yeah, they've played so well throughout, but both teams beautifully played, and thank you for coming along and putting on a great show for us. Unfortunately, Emma has had some internet issues, so we're gonna have to bring someone that you all know and you all love back into host. Servitude.
Who's that?
Servitude. I've missed you. It's been so long.
I know. I think it was before Christmas. It was when you outshone me with your fancy Christmas outfit. So
it's lovely to see you back, and I hope you had a lovely Christmas.
Yeah, I did. Thank you very much. It seems like a kind of millennia ago now, doesn't it?
It really,
forever
really
ago.
does.
But to get today's games, I've watched most of it. I've been busy working, just so you're going to have to bring me up to speed a little bit. I'm going to just have to be asking a few questions, not knowing the answer whatsoever. How are the games? How did today's matches go? Give me a rundown.
It was a lot of fun. Basically, creation. But then noon with right clicks. It was absolutely fantastic. It's been back and forward so much. I've really enjoyed it. Confetti's redemption arc, coming back to fight Braintree. It's been a really good battle, and I'm sure Joe has definitely got some words that make more sense than mine.
It was a great series played by both teams throughout. Braintree coming in with a 9-0 record so far, and Confetti only dropping one match in their entire series. They had an 8-1 record, and that one loss was to Braintree. So really looking to bring this one back. But Confetti played absolutely out of their mind. We saw Braintree take King's Row, which was the second map. We started off on Li Jiang. We saw Braintree starting to bring it back. They play the King's Row. They play very, very aggressive with a really nice May McCree composition, along with their Reinhardt and their Zarya. And then they just continued to snowball that. They continued to play the Brawl composition really, really well throughout. And yeah, it clearly was the stronger of the two compositions, clearly beating out the Wrecking Ball, which we saw a lot of last split.
So was creation the main problem? Because the first few maps I was kind of glued to it. Don't tell work about that though. Where it did seem that creation was literally getting away with rolling over everybody, and Noon as well, who was on the same team.
Yes, with the May for Braintree.
Just doing some crazy shots with McCree, doing some crazy flanks as well. So do you think that that's going to be a comp that they're going to take forward?
I feel like against other teams, Braintree are going to be able to continue to play the same way that they have, and Creation won't be punished. But Confetti being able to adapt, realizing that Creation was a big problem, and as soon as he rolled in, he was getting stunned by the McCree, he was getting bashed by the Brig, he was getting frozen by the May, he was getting charged by the Reinhardt as well. So putting out so much damage, and when you don't have that Wrecking Ball, that whole composition begins to fall apart.
Yeah, and then Susie, how's your first stream? How'd you go?
What a wonderful one to start with, really. It's been really exciting. Great game. I'm so glad it wasn't just a 3-0 stomp or anything. It's been really great. So thank you very much to Braintree and Confetti for putting on a great show for us.
I mean, Joe, we've definitely had some stompers on a couple of games that we've
We have.
watched. How did today's match compare to those?
Oh, this is definitely by far and large one of the best series that we've seen so far. These two absolute powerhouses of the league coming up against each other. You're seeing an undefeated team and the team that's only lost to them. And then seeing the redemption arc Confetti coming in, and actually the first time that we've seen Braintree actually lose. And Susie even mentioned they've won every single series that they've played 3-0, and then getting 3-1 by Confetti. That's really going to be a massive confidence booster for Confetti coming into the next split.
Well, they are both going to have the opportunity to, I guess, to play against each other again with the new leagues next. Well, just coming up. More about that very briefly. But I guess I'm just coming in to say goodbye. So that kind of sucks for me because I was hoping to spend more time with you, Joe. Although
Aw.
we might get to play a little bit later on.
I feel like we will be, but
think
we've got
we
one
might
more
be.
thing before we've got to go. I think there's a player of the game to maybe
Oh, there
decide.
is a player of the game. See, I wasn't prepared. I said I was prepared. I'm not prepared. Player of the game, Susie. Who would you go for?
Even though Braintree didn't win, I've just not stopped saying Creation's name for the entirety of the last hour or so. So I would have to give it to Creation, even though they didn't win. He's just been a fantastic player on the Wrecking Ball, but I just feel like they really had to focus him to take him down, and it worked, unfortunately, in the end. But he has been a fantastic player. I would have him play Wrecking Ball on my team anytime.
And Joe?
I'm gonna go for someone on the Confetti side, and it's gonna be Azert for me. The McCree and the May played so well. That McCree especially, we saw so many high noons. We saw that final play of the game on Volskaya, and was just consistent throughout the entire series. And really, that's what you want from your hit scan. They don't need to kill every single member of the team every single time. It's getting those picks when they matter, and really, Azert showed that throughout the entire series.
Well, I'm going to back Susie here because from the games that I watched, I know I'm sorry, but it was just from the games that I was watching. It was just Creation, just getting away, getting mines every 20 seconds. It seemed it was ridiculous. So that's me. I don't know what that means for the official player of the game, but that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, thank you very much, Susie. Thank you very much, Joe, and thank you very much, Emma, who unfortunately has internet electrical issues, as lots of the country does. Any final words before you sign off, guys?
Yeah, my Twitter's down there. Go ahead and follow me. Shameless plug every single time.
Same, I suppose. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and thank you to the two teams for a fantastic fight. It's been great, and thank you to Joe as well for helping me through my first time casting.
Couldn't even tell that it was your first time. You absolutely amazing throughout, and really looking forward to the future.
Thank you.
That's great. Thanks very much, casters. Okay, so hopefully you had a fantastic time watching a match. Hopefully I'm back on screen now. Ooh, fantastic little transition, isn't it? I'm getting told I'm fine. So just a little brief rundown of what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm reading off a list, so hopefully it won't be too obvious. But the next few streams that are going to be on the channel, if you haven't been watching this week, it's got the League of Legends Showdown. There's been matches every day apart from today, so they'll be carrying on from tomorrow. There will be an Overwatch All-Star Showdown coming along soon, with lots of news on that very soon. So if you're an Overwatch fan, make sure to follow, make sure to head over to the Twitter and the Twitter, and make sure you follow us. We also have Thursday at 1 p.m. as the semi-finals, and Friday at 1 p.m. this week will be the grand finals of League of Legends. So if you're a League of Legends fan, I'll be honest, I've kind of stepped away a little bit, but watching the games this week has made me go and update League of Legends and try and understand what's meta these days. I've got no idea. Next week's streams, Elliot returns on Friday for the Fun Friday at 4 to 6 p.m. So make sure you drop along for that. We've got the championships, which has been delayed because of everything that's going on in the world, returning finally on the 24th of February. So keep an eye out for Rocket League, Overwatch, League of Legends. We also, that's about it, I think, for upcoming streams. Obviously, we'd like to thank all our casters, all our production team that goes in the background in producing all this stuff, all the casters, the players, the teams, the teachers. Thank you so much without all of you, none of this could be possible. Thank you, the viewers, for watching. Hopefully, you've had a bit of entertainment today. Thank you to the person who, I don't know who originally said, requested the voting system, which has been implemented already, for you to mine those points, those channel points. And for me, that's it. I know you only seen me briefly. I've got a new camera. Hopefully I look good. I mean, it's just me saying some stuff. Thank you very much. Hope you have a fantastic week. Make sure to drop by. And until next time, we're going to leave you with a brief video of the Schools and Colleges League of Legends Showdown. Remember that it's going to carry on from tomorrow. Thank you very much, guys.